Negotiating in a business environment. Principles and strategies for successful negotiations. Introduction. Negotiating is a fundamental skill in the business environment, as it involves reaching agreements, resolving conflicts, and achieving mutually beneficial outcomes. Successful negotiations require a combination of effective strategies, principled approaches, and interpersonal skills. In this chapter, we will explore the principles and strategies for successful negotiations and how they contribute to achieving favorable outcomes. Principles of successful negotiations. Preparation. Thorough preparation is key to successful negotiations. Understand the goals, interests, and positions of all parties involved. Conduct research on the subject matter, gather relevant information, and anticipate potential challenges or objections. Collaboration and cooperation. Emphasize a collaborative approach rather than adopting an adversarial mindset. Focus on creating value for all parties by exploring common interests and mutually beneficial solutions. Foster an environment of trust, respect, and open communication. Flexibility and creativity. Be open to alternative solutions and flexible in finding creative options that meet the needs and interests of all parties. Avoid rigid positions and explore win-win opportunities that can maximize outcomes for everyone involved. Active listening. Active listening is essential in negotiations. Pay close attention to the concerns, needs, and perspectives of the other party. Seek clarification, ask probing questions, and demonstrate empathy to foster understanding and build rapport. 2. Strategies for successful negotiations. Win-win mindset. Adopt a win-win mindset, aiming for outcomes that benefit all parties involved. Seek solutions that address the interests and needs of both sides, rather than focusing solely on individual goals. Collaborate to find mutually satisfactory agreements. BATNA, best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Identify your BATNA, which is the best alternative you have if the negotiations fail. Understanding your BATNA gives you leverage and confidence during negotiations. It allows you to assess proposed agreements objectively and make informed decisions. Information sharing. Effective negotiations require open and transparent information sharing. Communicate relevant facts and data to support your positions and proposals. Encourage the other party to share information as well, as it fosters trust and enables a more informed decision-making process. Negotiation tactics. Employ negotiation tactics to influence the process and achieve favorable outcomes. Tactics such as active listening, asking open-ended questions, reframing, and bundling concessions can help you steer the negotiation towards your desired objectives. Preparing for negotiations and setting objectives. Introduction. Preparation is a crucial factor in successful negotiations. It involves setting clear objectives, conducting research, understanding the other party's interests, and planning for various scenarios. In this section, we will explore the steps involved in preparing for negotiations and setting objectives that maximize the chances of achieving desired outcomes. Setting objectives for negotiations. Define desired outcomes. Clearly define your objectives and desired outcomes for the negotiation. Identify the key issues, priorities, and constraints. Set specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound, SMART, objectives to guide your negotiation strategy. Assess interests and priorities. Understand your interests and the interests of the other party. Identify areas of common ground and potential conflicts. Prioritize your objectives and determine the relative importance of each to guide your negotiation approach. Identify potential concessions. Anticipate potential concessions you are willing to make and those you expect the other party to make. Consider possible trade-offs and compromises that could lead to mutually beneficial outcomes. Plan your negotiation strategy accordingly. Research and information gathering. Conduct thorough research on the subject matter, industry trends, market conditions, and the other party's background and position. Gather information to support your arguments, identify potential areas of leverage, and anticipate the other party's interests and perspectives. 2. Planning and preparation. Develop a negotiation strategy. Based on your objectives and research, develop a negotiation strategy. Determine your preferred approach, such as integrative, collaborative, or distributive, competitive, depending on the context and relationship with the other party. Identify potential scenarios, anticipate different negotiation scenarios, and plan accordingly. Consider best case, worst case, and most likely outcomes. Develop contingency plans and alternative strategies to respond effectively to changing dynamics during the negotiation process. Role-play and simulation. Practice your negotiation skills through role-plays and simulations. Simulate different scenarios to gain confidence, refine your strategies, and improve your ability to adapt to unexpected challenges or reactions from the other party. Establish communication and decision-making processes. Determine the communication channels, frequency, and methods for interaction with the other party. Clarify decision-making processes, including who has the authority to make decisions on behalf of each party. This ensures efficient and effective communication during negotiations.